suppose is they'll give the Jedi his power.
The ability to speak does not make you intelligent.
This is where the fun begins.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to our new show, Let's Talk Star Wars. My name's Christopher.
My name's Patrick.
And I'm Lex.
And yeah, this is our new format. Hopefully you guys like it. We're kind of switching stuff up a little bit. Moved away from the Funko Pop, like strictly Funko Pop, because I mean, I don't know for you guys, but like for me, they haven't been as, I don't know, they haven't hit the mark every time and as often as I had hoped. I don't know how you guys feel about the Funkos still. Like I still enjoy them. I still collect them. But like I feel like they've been missing the mark quite a few times here with stuff.
I don't know.
With their releases and
something getting released later. It's been weird.
Yeah.
And we've commented up until our last show back in December, right? So, but I would say I think they've been getting better. Things that we have been rumored talking about when we were still doing the Star Wars podcast are finally coming to fruition, like, you know, Star Killer and stuff like that. Like, so things that we had talked about months ago, we're finally seeing come to fruition. There are new rumors about other pops that I'm equally as excited to see. I did like that last retro wave. I do like that A New Hope wave that kind of came out.
Yeah.
Those Luke Skywalker molds are excellent. Every one of those are excellent. So I don't know. I'm kind of enjoying it. Like I did see too, and I'm not a fan of the quotes, but I did see them. I have them pre-ordered. I did see them firsthand the other day at the Toy Vault here at Warwick Mall in Rhode Island. And I'll be honest, dude, the sculpts are awesome. But the thing is, those things are attached in the head. So if you break it off, you've got a white kind of notched thing in the notch of a head. It's you can't really break it off. Like I think if I photograph them, at least I could Photoshop it, you know, and get away with them. And that's why I don't mind, because the sculpts are like Luke and his bloody hand and dude, he's all beat up and bruised. It looks great. It looks fantastic. I just don't like the air bubble.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, I don't like the bubbles either. I'm not a big fan of them.
I'm not a fan. And it's sad because the molds are great. Like, as you were saying, Patrick, like, the molds look really cool. I haven't actually seen them in person, but I can't get behind the speech bubble. Like, I know it's for some people, and I understand it because you're kind of getting that iconic moment with the quotes to go along with it. But for me, it's just... where I'm at with my collection, it's just not something that I'm willing to add, unfortunately.
Yeah, I get you. I don't mind downsizing my collection, or I wouldn't say downsizing, but being choosier. Like when I look back at like pops now that I have, I'm like, you know what? Did I really need DJ? Yeah, I picked them up for $4, but did I really need DJ? You know, did I really need Luthen? I felt like that one. I only felt like I don't know, is that kind of completionist part, you know, like because there's only so many of the Andor, I might as well get it. Like just even John Norwood, of all of the skeleton crew, he's the weakest.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Maybe I got him an excitement for what I was expecting. And then when I saw it, I was like, well, I'd rather have him with the captain's helmet and, you know, the tri-corner kind of thing on. That was cooler than what we got. Like he only wore that for a minute in the prison cell on episode 2. So like, did I need that?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so I think I'm trying to be choosier in my collection. And also every once in a while add some little spice. Like I know, Christopher, I know you've been doing a lot more of the Doorables and things like that, collecting them. And I've added a few more of like the bounty collections. Like that's something that I've kind of slowly, I like this one. Oh, that's an adorable little Grogu. And I find them useful in my images too, because I can put like a little scale Grogu next to a Mando or a Bo-Katan or something like that, and it looks cool. So that's something it's fun to collect and also kind of use for, my hobby of shooting. So
Yeah. Star Wars Addict says, "Good to see you all." And yes, I like the new format. Anything Star Wars, Lex knows.
Good to see you, Jeff. Thanks for hopping in.
yeah, nice to have you.
Yeah, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. There's still some Funkos that are coming up that I'll probably get. I'll pass on those. I'm gonna pass on the speech bubble ones. I do have to get 2 more of the Luke Skywalkers. The Star Killer I have pre-ordered. The Qui-Gon I have pre-ordered.
Yep, I
The
do too.
Celebration ones, like you guys saw the Celebration ones. Lex, you're going there like what, next week?
Yeah,
This
so
week?
I'm kind of torn because I don't know that the Japanese styled samurai ones are even
Yeah, like
celebration
they look cool.
exclusives.
They got to be Celebration. You would think
They
they would
have
be.
to, if
It
not,
looks like they're
like maybe
starting
the
to
shared
appear.
thing.
I don't know because people are posting that they're starting to appear in other stores like in Australia and stuff. So if they're appearing in other stores, they're definitely not celebration exclusive.
Like places like Aussies seems to get them early too. Like, and that's in Australia, Aussies, right? So I can see when they say store, going to a shop like that, like online and seeing it 100%. And come to think of it, I should probably check and see. They could be there. They usually get stuff like that early. That's why I got the Ahsoka with the bedazzled, version of it.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't gonna try just going to a certain con that Ashley Eckstein's Her Universe was gonna be at to get it. Now, not knowing when she shows up at the cons, if you're getting an autograph, she'll have a few there and she'll sign them and sell you one or whatnot.
Mhm.
I already had it and I didn't bring it, because I'd rather her sign my book than the pop box, at this point. So, but
Yeah.
it's
But
cool.
it also doesn't look like it has like even if it is appearing in other stores, it doesn't look like it has like the traditional like shared or like celebration sticker on it. Like it looks like it has like a Funko Shop exclusive sticker.
Oh,
To
see,
it.
I didn't even see. All I saw was like the side kind of
It looked
shot.
like it had the I don't know. Well, I don't know if you remember it, Lex, but Patrick should remember it. The holographic one on the Kylo Ren. Like it had that kind of holographic
Ooh,
sticker. It looks like it has that sticker on it. So it could be like a new convention exclusive sticker.
That could be Lex. If they have one, I want a Vader. I want a Vader and a Mando. If I can get all four,
I don't. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna
get
get them though. I don't think I'm gonna get them.
No.
Like I like them. They just don't fit with what I'm collecting. So. And like you said, Pat, like I gotta be more choosy. I gotta be a little more choosy with what I'm picking up. So
yeah, see, I've always liked those. What are they? 6 scale figures that someone does with the, the kind of feudal Japan style empire stuff. Love that.
Yeah,
love those. Every time I go to Barnes and Noble, I'm enamored with that section. Like, one of these days, I just want to buy one and photograph it because they just look so cool. But I feel that I try to stay in my lane. Like in my collecting, I try to stay in my lane because at least I'm getting double usage out of it, right? I'm getting the collection piece of it. And then I get the photographing it. Like, okay, I have that piece. And when I have time, I'll create an image with it. And now I've got, like endless days of shooting, right? And my wife's like, do you need that? Don't you have enough to photograph? And I do. I like getting more, and I like all the different ones, and you get inspired for different scenes, so it constantly has me going on that in that direction. And then also doing customs, like I've enjoyed like doing the holiday seasons and stuff like that, doing some. So as you guys saw, I have something coming up for another week or two. I've got an image, some customs, which will be fun. So that I'm excited for.
Yeah. But speaking of cons, though, like Lex, you're going to Japan pretty soon.
I am. I am leaving in just a few days, actually. So I spent the majority of today packing because I work the next few days leading up to it, and I actually get off of a shift and then have to go to the airport. So it's going to be a very long day, but figured I could just sleep on the plane and go from there. But I'm super excited. I got a lot of things kind of planned leading up to the event. Then Celebration, I have quite a few things planned for there. I was able to get some tickets for autographs, photo op. Got tickets to like the Lightning Lane, and then a few of the panels I was able to get, not at Celebration stage, but I'll at least be able to see it streamed from one of the other stages. So definitely have a lot planned. I don't know how quick my turnaround will be content-wise, because I'm kind of weighing the pros and cons of spending the time while I'm there editing versus going out and doing things. So I think I'm going to go with, choosing to go out and do things and then just edit when I get home or like on the plane. So I don't
in
think
Japan, how often? Yeah, this is a once in a lifetime, right?
So,
do it.
Yeah. As much as I would like it to be like a day-to-day kind of update, I think it's going to wait till I get home. So we'll see.
Rolando. Yeah. Hey, Rolando.
Hello, Bo.
Thanks for hopping in the chat there. That'd be a tough, because you're only in Japan probably once in your lifetime. So
yeah, do you have other things like sightseeing or anything planned that you're going to do, like getting there early?
Yep. So I'm going up a few days early. So I'll be in Japan for, it's a total of 10 days, but like one of them is like strictly a flight, or two of them are strictly flights. But I'm going to do kind of like a day tour of Mount Fuji. So going to like different places around Mount Fuji to kind of like sightsee. So I'm hoping that the visibility will be good, but it is supposed to rain a lot. So we'll see how that goes. But if not, it's still going to take me to some other like really cool sites that you can also go to, but see Mount Fuji in the background. I'm going to do a day in Kyoto to kind of go around, see the different temples, bamboo forest, all that kind of stuff. There's actually like a group of us that are going to Universal, but I think based off like the fast passes that we were able to get, we're kind of going to be there, but not together in a way. So that'll be interesting. But yeah, and then I'll head from Osaka back to Tokyo for the convention, and then that'll be that.
Nice. That's going to be a great trip. You're going to have a ball.
I'm super excited. So I'm nervous, but I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Thank you.
And you've got a con coming up too, don't you, Chris?
Yeah, I got Calgary Expo coming up in a couple of weeks here.
Yeah,
so,
man. And then Niagara.
And then Niagara after that. So, like, I don't know, Patrick, you haven't really gotten like the plates. I know, Lex, you've got like the plates and stuff, the plaques from Ariel.
Yep.
Do you have some already set aside for Japan then?
I do. I have a Hayden Christensen one for Anakin, Revenge of the Sith, and then I got a Rosario Dawson one, and I had him kind of customize it a little bit. So one side is Ahsoka the Gray, and then one side is Ahsoka the White. I have them in my backpack that I could go grab to show you guys, but
if you don't even.
I mean, if you want to, I've got a few to show. If you want to grab yours while I'm showing mine.
Yeah, what plaques you got, Chris?
So for Calgary, I got this one for John Boyega.
Nice.
And I asked him to add that image there in the leaky bag, right? Naked leaky bag.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? And then Adam Savage for Calgary.
Nice. Oh, I like that
because he worked on on the prequels, right?
That's pretty cool.
So those are for Calgary, and then for Niagara, I got one for Warwick Davis.
Nice.
With Wald and Wicket, and then one for Daniel Logan, who got announced like a couple weeks ago. So
you're going to do autograph for Warwick and Daniel Logan at Niagara?
Yeah, and then I think I'm going to do the photo op with Warwick.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. That'd be fun. This is my Hayden one.
Oh,
a little bit dark.
He does such a good job. He does such a good job on these plaques.
They are, and they're all different. I'm amazed.
So that was like a standard one, but this is kind of the one that I had him kind of customize for me.
Love
Yeah, I
it.
like that.
I was like, I kind of want to see both aspects of Ahsoka, so
Yeah,
They look so good on the metal. They really do.
they do. And he actually
Those
just started
images
selling
pop.
these like top loaders that you can put them in for like $2.
Mm.
So I was like, might as well.
Yeah.
yeah.
Might as well.
I never picked up the top loaders from him. How well do they fit in them? Do you have one in a top loader yet, or not yet?
I do. I actually have two from my most recent con. So I got this one from Matthew Wood in the top loader.
Okay, so it fits pretty good, eh? Yeah.
It fits like perfectly. And then there is like a film on top of it that you do have to like take off, but they're
That looks
great.
sharp.
I kind of love it.
Yeah. That looks
Yeah.
sharp.
And plus, like it kind of protects it in a way,
I
like
don't
if you
think
didn't
I've
want to
seen
just
that
like
any
stick it
tech.
back into the like the plastic. But yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, for $2, might as well. It's like an
they
additional
look
level of
fantastic.
protection.
Yeah, and you're right. Ariel will add pretty much any pick.
Yeah, he's great.
Like I said,
He's
like
super
I,
easy to
I
work
asked
with.
I asked him to like he gave me this plaque with just the one image, and I was like, can you add the one with him from Attack of the Clones, right? And he added that one.
Nice. Yeah, he
Um,
does fantastic work.
And his
yeah,
turnaround
yeah. So
time
I
is quick.
yeah, and even for like shipping it up here to Canada, like it usually takes about a week, maybe a little more than a week to get up here, so it's not too bad. Yeah, so I didn't do the top loaders because I wasn't sure how I was going to display them originally. So I got a couple of these things that they fit in here perfectly. They kind of fit in between two magnets, and then it
It was
sits in
like
like
a
a
dollar
stand.
bill display.
Yeah, kind of. But they fit in there pretty good. I haven't put one in yet. Like I put one in and tested the size, but I don't know which plate I'm gonna put in there. But I got a this is what I got for mine. I figured I'd just keep them all in one place. So I kind of got like this
Oh, like a binder.
book with sheets, yeah. So I got like keep them all in one space. So
Is it
far
kinda
I
like-
got 5.
Where'd you find a binder that has that size? That's
I bet
cool.
you that's like a dollar bill display. Like,
That's pretty much what I think. That's pretty much what it is. I looked up the size for these sheets, so I got extra sheets because I'm gonna get extra. I'm gonna get more autographs, but I'm at 5
that's
signed
cool.
ones, and then
Send me the link for
I'll
that
have,
because I'm trying to figure out how I want to display mine. But
yeah, like I don't have wall space,
Totally.
right? So I'm like, well, the book is it's kind of keeps it all in one place, right? So yeah, I'll after Niagara, I'll have what like 9.
Wow.
gotta collect them all.
I know, right?
They're just cool though. Like, and I really
They're
like
cool. They are
because
cool.
I actually someone I had met at oh my gosh, he like is in the Lego community, but I guess he lives in Jax, so we actually went to Collective Con together, and I guess he
Oh,
just kind of
nice.
got into doing autographs, and he was like, yeah, I've been getting my Funko Pop signed, but I don't know, like they're just very hard to travel with. And I was like, I get it, because I used to get my Funko Pop signed, like that was my thing, but they are hard to travel with, like it's just not practical for me, which is why I switched to the plaques, and now he's all over the plaques and loves them. So I was like, there we go. Everyone's on the plaque wave right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, strawberry.
Yeah, dollar bill. Yeah.
Mm.
Nice.
Just make sure they're okay. There we go. Good tip. Yeah. So yeah, they're yeah, I like the plaques too. Because I was like, you know what, I don't want to travel with a Funko Pop and get it signed and stuff like that. And I don't keep the boxes, so
Yeah,
the
trust
box
me,
is nice.
I need to do another book because I know there's going to be people coming to the cons, hopefully, all of them that I want to go to and get some. Like Daniel Logan, like we said, just is doing Niagara, so I'd like to get the young Boba image shot because I don't have a young Boba, and if I was going to have him sign it, rather than just I do have Fett images he could easily sign, but rather than sign that, you know, and I want to get I have a Kanan, but it was like a Kanan and Ezra but I want to redo it. And I was holding out because I thought we might get another Kanan pop drop soon. And I have time still to get that, but I want to shoot one and then have that in a book in time for if Freddie Prinze Jr. does actually show up to Rhode Island Comic Con because he's announced.
Surprised he hasn't canceled
Yeah.
yet.
That's what everyone else
Yeah.
is saying. So I'm nervous, because I was going to do both malls last year, and that got
Yeah.
canceled. I was like, whoa.
Well, Ray
Great.
Park,
Yeah.
he's really cool, but he does cancel. But Freddie Prinze, I like as much as I would love to get his signature, like the past 2 cons that he was supposed to come to down here, like within the past like year and a half, like he's canceled both times. I'm like, dude, like,
Yeah, I hope he doesn't. He might, but
that
Yeah.
seems
I
to
don't
be
know.
his like forte, unfortunately.
Yeah. Another good point though. Plaques are great for collecting because then you can move them over time as collections evolve and wall space for
100%.
is
Mhm.
usually very limited. Yeah.
Well, and a
Right.
lot of people too display them like in front of different pieces. So like
Yeah.
you had like a Thrawn statue, like a lot of people will display like a Timothy Zahn plaque or something like that in front of it too. So I do like that aspect of it because I think that's what Tony does. Like I think he has like little like stands that he puts them on or something.
Mhm.
And, like
Like
moves
little
them around.
eagle. Yes.
So
Yeah. And I like that.
Yeah.
When I like when you see like a display that's got all sorts of stuff and they
Yeah.
have the plaques in there. It's just kind of like a nice little touch.
ties it together.
Like
Yeah. They announced a new Kanan and Ventress for this year. Yeah, I thought I saw a
Well, they
rumor for it.
rumored it. They did.
rumored.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're rumored. It's not like official yet, but
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
holding
pretty
my
sure.
breath. But I'm holding out.
I
mean,
mean,
I would hope so.
they're pretty reliable though. That source
They have been. Like,
is pretty reliable.
we're finally
So,
getting the Star
Star
Killer.
Killer.
Finally.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't do him with the chase and have the helmet version with the claws and everything. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we saw. I mean, we did see the proto Ventress.
Well, we saw the
didn't see.
proto Ventress. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Could
They've been
hopefully,
pretty good.
right?
I mean,
Hopefully.
I've been waiting
Those
to
are
see
ones that.
the Tales of the Jedi Dooku. That would be fire. Like, come on. I love that. Love that idea.
Yeah.
There's some good ones I saw recently in the rumored thing. There's some really fire ones. I'm like, that'd be dope. Like, why not? There's still so many characters that we haven't had. Like,
Lots.
I'd like to see, more Night Sisters, like Mother Talzin,
Yeah.
I want to see a rebel trooper, with the white, with the black vest and the blue shirts. Like, how do we not have that? We have the Imperial version, which is all black. Come on.
Mhm.
Like, you have a mold and you've been doing better. So you could probably take that, reshape it, retool it, and come out on top very quickly in production with that. So I don't know why we're missing those. Like, those are like easy kill, like ones that people like.
Yeah. Hey, Peak Obi-Wan, thanks for hopping in the chat.
Hey.
The gang's back, man. It's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah. It's been a
nice
while.
to get the gang back and the band back together.
Speaking of Tales of the Jedi, we got the trailer for Tales of the Underworld. What did you guys think of that?
Lex, you go.
I'm pumped. I think it looks really cool. I mean, I am a big fan of like the Tales of series. And it was funny because I just had Grayson from Where to Stuff on like prior to them announcing it, and we were talking, and it was like, oh, like, what do you think like about May 4th? And I was like, oh, I think we're gonna get like a Tales of, and he was like, no, I think we're gonna get Vision season 3, and I was like, I don't know, like that was.
I mean, I think we're supposed to get Vision season 3 as well, though.
We are
the same day.
When did they? I thought they announced a date. I feel like they set a date, didn't they?
I thought it was going to be May 4th.
I don't know.
Maybe.
But anyways, they dropped the trailer and I was like, what? I think it looks really cool. I mean, Cad Bane and Asajj are 2 like pretty well-known and liked characters. So I think it'll be cool to see. I kind of think Cad Bane is going to take place either during or maybe prior to the Clone Wars, just because we kind of see those gunships and stuff. Like maybe
I think it's going to be prior.
Yeah, but I think Asajj is post.
Yeah,
Asajj is definitely like post Bad Batch.
Yeah. So I think that'll be interesting. And then I saw some people were speculating that young kid that she's with is maybe Jod from Skeleton Crew, and like maybe that was his introduction. And I was like, that's crazy. I don't know. That would be interesting how they could make that connection, but I don't know too much about that.
I don't see. Here's another one. I don't think it's Jod. I think it's Balin. I think that might make more sense.
Oh.
Balin was a
Well,
Boken Jedi, right?
No, but he
I don't think
grew
that
up
would make
as
sense
a
because
Jedi.
he would have to be older.
Yeah,
Like
he
by
grew
that
up as a
time,
Jedi.
Ahsoka's already like he's older than Ahsoka, or maybe I'm just like aging him because he had like the white hair, but like he seemed older than Ahsoka.
I think he was a Jedi
Yeah.
master, like Anakin and those guys. He was a full-on Jedi Knight at some point, like
So yeah,
an adult, not like a young kid. So I don't think it was Balin either.
I think Balin would have to be older at that time point. Like I think he would be too young to be Balin, unless maybe he just became like a silver fox at like a young age.
It could be just
Which
another young
happens.
kid. It could
Yeah,
be,
I mean,
you know, it could be the
Balin's also human compared to Ahsoka, who's like what's her species? What's her?
Oh,
I can't think of
That would be crazy.
Yeah,
Her and
right.
Quinlan Voss's love child,
Aaron Voss's
because
love
they do have quite a relationship in the
Oh,
Dark
that would be-
Disciples movie,
Yeah.
or not movie, the book.
Yeah,
They're like a thing, so
yeah,
that could be
That would-
crazy.
that would be cool. Well, I remember when we were doing the podcast about a year ago, right? We heard that little Ventress cameo that we got in Bad Batch, there was going to be an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert. So if that was your kind of amuse bouche or to amuse our palate, as our app, is this the entree or is this the dessert we're getting? And what does that, like, because I still feel that if we're going to do another live action series coming up, I think they should concentrate on doing something with the path and do like an underground railroad, because we've seen it hinted at in so many projects now. I think that would be a way to pull Star Wars together to bring it forward to the sequels, right? You got to push that out there, and then it gives a different idea even past that. Now that we know there's going to be more past that with continuing movie trilogies and stuff like that, that's fine. But maybe we could get something better. And shows like Andor getting pretty gritty and things like that, like, it might lead to some more, because there's some rumors that I heard today about Bix's character that is going to be unsettling and kind of like unheard of in Star Wars. Like, so I'm kind of like, when I saw the article, I was like, hold on. And I was in the middle of work, so I stopped on it and like start reading it. And I'm like, oh, really? It could get serious. So I've never thought there'd be a place for that in Star Wars, but when you're trying to push this, it's like taking coal and making a diamond, or to get the rebellion started, and I think of it kind of like Braveheart, with that opening scene where the guy goes and takes his wife on his wedding day. I think we might get something like that. We not see it, but it's going to be hinted towards and then referenced again later, they said, where she calls them out for said act. So if something like that happens, that's going to be like jaw dropping in this universe. We've never seen it like that. So we'll see. Andor is going to be gripping. I think if you've been sitting around the water cooler talking White Lotus, I think when you get Andor season 2, we get this Underworld Tales of. It's going to be fire.
yeah. I was just looking, like, I was kind of curious because, like, I like the idea of that kid being Balin, but like, it does say like, okay, so Google says, like, if we assume for the sake of argument that Balin is about the same age as his actor, Ray Stevenson, then he would be somewhere between his mid-20s and early 30s at the time of Order 66. So, I mean, that's probably not Balin then, because that character looked younger than 30s. Maybe early 20s, possibly, but I doubt it.
Maybe it's that kid that they smuggled away we saw in the Kenobi series as he got further along the journey.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe.
Broom Boy.
Broom Boy. No, it's not. It's not Broom Boy.
No, I don't know.
I
I
want
just
Broom Boy to come
definitely
back somehow. I don't know why. I just thought that was so. And I'm not a big fan as much of the sequels than I was the prequels and the original, but I did like the idea of what Broom Boy stood for. I did like that cinematically.
Yeah. Going
Do you
off
think
of
we'll
what
get
you were
any
saying,
pop?
Patrick, about the about Asajj and the path, like I feel like that's what they're kind of doing with the tales of the underworld, with like her stories there, like because with her finding
I'm
this
hoping.
Jedi and helping him out, like I feel like they're
Yeah.
kind of pushing towards that. And I don't know, like what do you think of Asajj, like an alive Asajj Ventress cameo in say Andor? Because like
It could be interesting. That could maybe be like a little sprinkle for dessert if that's what they were hinting at.
right,
Because
like
what we don't
Asajj,
know what's out there.
what if
with
Asajj and like Omega show up as a cameo in Andor?
mine could be blown for that. But I don't. I know there are going to be specific
Lex is shaking her
small
head. She's
cameos.
saying no.
You don't think so?
I think with how quickly this is going to progress, at least from what I've like read and kind of interpreted from the trailer, it seems like it's going to be quick. Like there is clearly going to be a lot of death because a lot of the characters that we see in Andor we don't see in the
That's that.
movies. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's like a fact that a lot of people are going to die, but I think throwing in cameos like left and right, like maybe Omega I feel like could possibly be methodical because they're trying to do stuff with the rebellion and like Mon Mothma and stuff like that, but Ventress just feels a little too far out there for the pace that they're trying to go at. If it was like a slower show and they're like, oh, let's just take like a random trip and Ventress happened to be there, but I think this is going to be a very streamlined and quick show. Like I think everything is going to be intentional, and I just don't see how Ventress would fit into that. But that's just me.
No, it makes sense. It does make sense. It is going to be what every 3 episodes is a year, right? So bang,
Yep.
bang, bang, and you're getting
Yeah.
4 clips of that. So you're getting like a 4-year span very quickly. We're
Yeah,
still going
very
to get the
quickly.
backstory to K2SO, right? They're going to have that. We know we're going to get that at some point. That's got to happen. So I don't really think they're going to dilly dally and give us fan service, just have fan service. I think they really want to keep the story focused. And I think Gilroy said if there is a cameo of any small caliber, it's small, but it's very poignant. There's a purpose for it. Like there, and I don't know if he meant purpose in his series for that character, or there was a tie-in for that character purposely for the series because you'll see something later. And a lot of times that's what we get. So who knows what that means? Read into it if you want, dissect it all we need, but who knows? But that's exciting in itself, that we're not going to just get cameo after cameo for fan service. Like we didn't see much of that, I think, in Mando recently, and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
we got
I mean,
Zeb
I'm okay with the
really
fan servicey stuff, though. I'm okay
What's
with
that?
the fan servicey. I'm okay with the fan servicey stuff. Like
Some
that's
of it, but I don't want to just do it just to do it every time.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm okay
I
if
don't
it
care.
makes sense. If it
I
doesn't,
don't
like
care.
then
I'd just be happy to see like these characters again. Like just that. I mean that's exactly what it is. They're trying to make the fans happy with this stuff, and hey, I'm all for
Yeah,
it.
but like for instance, I still can't get over. I love Jack Black. Just saw Minecraft with my kid. Loved it. I still think when I put it all together, that episode is so jarring to see those two. And I look at it as someone, if I was directing it, Lizzo would have been a Twi'lek character of some sort, playing a flute in a bar with a band, and the bar is owned by Jack Black, and he's kind of like prosthetic, kind of alien or something cool, so that we're in the world like that. I would have been totally believable compared to what I saw. It was just like I love them. I love both of them. I just thought it was jarring as taking me out of the universe that I love so much. So.
Yeah. Stacy said I would literally die for a live action Omega. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Right.
she's gonna be older. So that'll be cool.
Will you be there at ICCC?
No. I had to cancel my room.
yeah.
Okay, he said everything Gilroy does has a meaning. That's true.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
You're such big collectors. Don't display.
I don't know. I don't really see any of your guys' collection behind you. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I don't have anything.
Yeah. I think Patrick just has some empty bookshelves behind him. So do I. Yeah. Chris kind of has some empty glass cases to the right for
it's
whatever
just
reason.
empty. Why no ICCC? I'd like to go.
I had planned on going.
I probably won't be going to the States anytime soon.
Yeah, I planned on going. But I'm going to Canada to meet Chris, and I made that commitment before the ICC posted their date, and it was just like I was planning it would be in October, like it was last year. So I was thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna be, so I just can't. It's just too close, too close. And I think Lex, you're just getting back from Celebration, right? That's gonna be tough for you.
Yeah, I really wanted to if it was going to be in October, but I think them kind of pushing the envelope and moving it sooner to May. And I'm also not super interested in a lot of the actors and like guests that they have coming. But the one that I am going to try, because there is a little bit more kind of leeway for, is the Rebel Scum Con. I think in Texas or whatever. I think that one might be a little bit more worth my money. But yeah, I just don't think I can pull that.
How far are you from Texas?
I don't know. I'll figure it out though.
You're probably closer to Texas than you are the Nashville, probably.
I mean, I would love to go to. I think it's even like it's not even in Nashville. I think it's like an outs. Like I don't even know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean,
you're probably closer to Texas.
Let's see.
You can meet up with Eric while you're there.
Yeah,
Mr. Texas himself. Stacy says,
"I have to come up here to RI Comic Con.
We got to do the John Cena. You can't see me."
I got to get your asses to Rhode Island Comic Con. You guys would have a blast. Absolutely.
Yeah. Again, I'd love to come, but I'm probably not going to be coming for like anytime soon, just because of the state of things in the States there. So.
I feel that.
I feel you.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that one.
Yeah, we don't need doors getting kicked down these days.
If I drove, it's 17 hours, so I 100% will not be driving. But I don't know how far of a plane that would be.
Yeah, the Canada.
But I don't know. I just feel like Rebel Scum Con is doing some really cool stuff. Not to say that ICCC is not, but I think this year a lot of the guests that they're kind of pulling in, I have more interest in than what I have for ICCC, and there's more of a
that makes sense.
Between or Japan and
yeah. See, for me, I couldn't do the Japan thing. That my wife would have killed me. If going to Celebration's one thing, going to Celebration overseas and not like go with her for vacation overseas first, not a good move. I would not be alive when I got home from Celebration. You know what I mean? She'd be like, yeah, drink plenty of sake, and she's already poisoned it. So can't do that. ICC, I really want to go. And that was really, for me, it's more to meet you and Tony and Ricky and, all you guys like Will. I want to see all you guys as much as I want to see our guests and stuff. That to me, that's the real reason for me wanting to go. But I'm on the hook already to see Christopher, and I kind of want to see this guy in person. Like I feel it's going to be, for me, it'll be as epic as when Josh and Star Wars Theory finally got to meet. Like it'll be like, to me personally, be like as epic as that, because we've been chatting for years, and to finally like see each other face to face, be like, "What's up?" That's gonna be cool. That's gonna be cool. And I wish you're gonna be there, Lex.
I wish, but I think it's gonna be a little too much of a turnaround for me.
It's like 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks difference.
Yeah.
I just realized when my daughter told me, because we went and picked out prom dress and all that, and she's like, "Oh, you'll take portraits in the park, honey. I'll take your portraits in the park. Love to." And she's like, "Yeah, it's going to be May 30th." I'm like, "I'm going to be in Canada. I'm sorry, I'm not going to take your portraits." She's like, "What? You're going to have to get them taken with your mom on an iPhone, I guess, because I'm not going to be around."
You could take them prior.
That's what I offered. I said, "If you want to go like a couple of days prior."
Patrick, you're going to miss your daughter's prom?
Yeah. Well, it's her junior prom. It's her junior. It's not her senior prom. It's junior prom.
Okay. It's her
Yeah.
first prom, though.
Yeah. I get it. Trust me, I'm footing the bill for this shit. I know what it is, but I don't think she isn't. I think she's only going to not miss out, like the FOMO kind of thing of it, like because a lot of her friends are like, I'm not really going to go. I'm going to wait to senior year, and I said, well, what happens if like something senior year doesn't go that way, and you don't go, and then you don't go to any prom? I said, come on. I said, you've gone to all the other dances, so she's going to go. I think she's just going to ask a bunch of girlfriends, like, what are they doing? Who are they going with? And I offered, I said, hey, if you and your girlfriend and their dates want to go in a limo, like we'll pay for the limo for you girls to be all safe. So let us know. So I'm waiting to hear back for that. So I don't mind footing the bill for, I'd rather my kid and everyone's safe and we don't have to worry about it than, hey, I'm riding with so-and-so. No, you're not. No.
Yeah.
I feel better about that.
Yeah. C2E2 is this weekend in Chicago. Yeah, that's a big one too.
That is a big one. Are you going?
She'll only need junior therapy. That's where girls use the prom now as a mock wedding. I mean, Patrick, you could give your wife a crash course in using your expensive cameras.
Yeah, she won't do that. Put it this way, I love my wife, and my wife knows she doesn't even want to touch the camera. Doesn't even go near the equipment because she's like, she doesn't want to be there if something went wrong. Because I've had an assistant drop a lens, drop a light. I was like,
but that's not. She's not an assistant though. She's your wife. You can trust her.
She's my wife, and she's like, I don't even want to be there because I know you'll just lose your. Even though she's like, I know you probably be more apt to yell at me than you would your assistant. I'm like, really? She's like, yeah. She's like, because you're more comfortable to yell at home than you would be, out in public. I said, I guess you're right. I just my camera equipment, like I've lent it to people once, biggest mistake of my life. And I don't listen. If you're gonna throw some cash down, don't rent my equipment. Just go. I'll show you rental houses that you can. And they ship it to you all online, and you're good to go. I'd rather do that than lose a friendship over it. You know what I mean?
I feel like honestly, though, iPhone cameras are kind of next level nowadays. So
you could do
almost kind of just as good.
Look what I do with my iPhone on a weekly basis, right? Like you definitely can do everything on a phone. Like I don't take my good camera. I used to take the DSLR to Disney. When I had kids, no way. It was too much schlepping with all their stuff. And then that. So I literally brought it my first time with the kids and then realized I had no time for that. I had to take a day off just to do that. And you're on vacation with your family and you're taking a day off from being with the family. No. So I gave up on that. Just use the phone and you can get creative with the focus and stuff. It'll be fine. It's light and focus. You can do it with anything. You can do it with a pinhole camera, which is nothing in a pie tin in the cardboard box. You can do it with a digital camera.
Yeah.
The Edmonton Collector Show on March 20th.
Yes. Yes. I feel that. Yeah. So why don't we jump into we've done this last year. We did the whole gifts exchange last year. We tried doing it this year. We haven't done okay. So story time.
Perhaps.
So we get each other gifts. Like I got Patrick and Lex a gift. They each got Lex got me and Patrick a gift. Patrick got myself and Lex a gift.
Exchange.
Yeah. But somehow when Lex's gift from me got delivered, I don't know what happened. It's missing. It's gone somewhere. I don't know if it's in the trash somewhere. I don't know.
I think someone likes it better than you.
If somebody's enjoying it better, maybe there's another Star Wars fan on one of the other 14 floors in my building. I don't know.
Well, Lex, you need to tell him what it is so that if he sees someone walking around, then it'd be like,
I'll when you open yours, I'll know, right? I'll know it's similar or something, right? So yeah, like basically, like because we got like community mailboxes down in our lobby for like larger items. So like what happens, the mailman will put like the key in our individual mailbox for the larger box if it's like a larger item, and I think he put it in the wrong unit number. So somebody either opened it up and was like, you know what, I don't like this, I'm just going to throw it in the trash, or kept it.
I don't know who Jedi Lex is, but goddamn, she wraps a good box.
Right? Exactly.
You probably would have heard them open it.
I'm keeping this. Whatever it is, it's mine. That's what happened.
I mean, we got concrete floors in between each floor, so
yeah. But I had to call you. I was going between.
Yeah, I know. So I filled out. Like, did you get that resolved?
So
I'm curious because I filled out a thing saying like, oh, did you receive this item? I was like, no. Did you return this item? No. It's like I didn't get it. I didn't see this item.
They sent me an email saying that my case number's been closed, and they said, in response to your original inquiry, the delivery agent for Canada responded indicating that the article was delivered. When you notified us, the addressee reiterated the article has not been received and contacted Canada. If the item is not returned to you within 30 days from the date of this email, which was March 28th, or the package has been returned to you damaged, you would like to file a claim, please go here. So I guess if it's not returned to me within 30 days of the email, I'll get the insurance, get the money back from it because I did purchase insurance. But yeah, they're not going to do shit, essentially.
Yeah, I know. That's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
And I think that was a kerfluckle from the whole Canadian postal system shutting down right at the holidays, which is, again, part of the story of why the Christmas gift exchange is now happening in April.
It's like one of the factors because we had to wait for the post office to finally open. Then we kind of took a little bit of a hiatus. Then Chris's package got lost. And then it was funny because as I'm filling out the information for it, it's like, what's the box description? I'm like, it's wrapped in black with white and red candy canes on it. And I'm describing, I'm like, this sounds ridiculous. I just don't know how this package could get lost. It's such a unique.
That's what I'm saying. If you see the package, you will see it. When you see the package, you want that package. You're like, I don't know what it is, but I want it.
Yeah, so I don't know. Somebody probably opened it and was either like, you know what, this isn't my package, garbage, or they're like, oh, this is cool. Yeah, this is cool. You know. So.
Well,
we're
actually,
sitting in an empty box.
You guys open up my gift because you will have a hearty chuckle when you do. And you might understand why I was a little more resistant with the format and logo change.
The format change?
Yeah. When you open your gift, you'll probably figure out why.
I don't remember how we did it last year. But
I think we spun a wheel or something.
Yeah.
I think. But I don't remember.
Let's go ladies first. Lex, you open one first.
Well, whose package? Yours?
Who cares? Anyone. Pick one.
Well, I have Chris's.
Well, okay. So why don't you both open mine first, and then I'll open Patrick's, and then Lex can open Patrick's, and then Patrick can open Lex's last.
All right.
Fair?
That sounds good. Perfect.
Okay.
We got a batting roster here.
I did cut the boxes open just because I didn't want to have to be finagling with it on camera and then your addresses get leaked.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that, but yeah. I mean,
who's stalking me? Come on.
You never know.
If you guys want to know Patrick's address, I got it here for you.
Zoom in.
I mean, he's mentioned that he's in Rhode Island anyways. Numerous times. So Rhode Island's one of the smallest states.
It's the postage stamp. You can when you're looking at the United States, you almost can't see it when you're looking at
there you go. So it won't be hard to find him. You know he's in Rhode Island, so that'll take you maybe a day or two to find him.
Yeah, it takes
Just have to
45
drive up
minutes
and
to get
down.
anywhere in the state, end to end.
Yeah, there you go. So like
Yeah.
that, he already gave away his location. So
Little roadie.
little
All right,
roadie.
Patrick. Let's open up Chris's gift.
Okay, are you okay? Opening them together. Patrick's behind.
I
think.
haven't opened. No, I was waiting for Lex to open it. I'll start.
Oh, I thought we were gonna open them together.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Because this has got a lot of packing tape. Hold on.
Yeah.
I gotta get like a Rambo knife out to open this thing. I think.
Yeah, I had to get like my little box cutter out.
A machete.
Day. I'm coming to steal all his pops.
What is this? Shrink wrap or tape?
It's tape. I had to like open it from one of the corners, Patrick.
It's Canadian tape. Stronger,
more robust.
Now made with less material. I don't know about that because there's a lot of tape on this.
This I feel like I'm opening up like a gift with like oven gloves just to get to open, like one of those games you play at a party.
She used the force.
Yes. All right. I got a flap open. Hold on. Here we go. Man. Well,
There'll be an
I'll tell you
envelope
what.
inside
It's
with your
definitely
mission.
not- this package was definitely not getting open before I got it.
No.
That's a fact, Jack. Here we go. Oh my god! It's like shellac. Man.
Oh god.
Have you gotten yours somewhat open, Lex?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm waiting to open to figure
All
out
right.
my next mission.
2 hours later.
2
The
hours.
envelope will self-destruct at the end of the
Yeah.
message.
All right. I got an envelope. All right.
ASMR for you.
Surprise! It's nothing.
Just more wrapping.
Yeah.
More tissue. Just what I needed.
Canadian Gamer custom design. Oh,
Oh, that is dope. Nice.
yours is cool. I was like reading this. I'm like, wow, this is so thoughtful. And then I turned it over.
What is that? That's pretty cool. And I was like, dude, that is awesome.
Wow, and it's 3D printed too.
3D
It's 3D printed. Yeah.
It's impressive what they're able to do.
Dude,
I
that's
know, it's
way
crazy.
cool. I love that. Thank you. Thank you, Chris. That's cool.
Could have
That
been
was definitely worth the
could have
wait.
been a McFarlane
Sure.
figure, and you could have needed a chainsaw to open it.
Maybe.
Hang
That-
that up
that
with Patrick's.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive what they can 3D print. And I went to the geeky market here, and he had his booth set up, and he had more. I was like, oh god, more. Okay, so I got Patrick's here. I don't want to like reveal his address. It's a fair size box.
Yeah, it is.
Dude, that is fire.
All right.
That immediately got some real estate on the Vader Shrine.
Ooh.
Okay, I see a lot of bubble wrap.
Lots of bubble wrap.
With a bit of a double.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Look at that. I got the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll have to see what you guys pulled.
I know, right? Because like I am missing those one. Like I'm missing like 4. So maybe.
Yeah, you got like almost a
you got-
case, didn't you?
Yeah, I got. Yeah.
Nice. The
Yeah.
New England.
I like the little. Are those like lobster claws and
Lobster
like
claw.
Dunkin' Donuts?
Yep.
Okay, I like that. There's the one I got.
The Halloween.
Oh, there's another one.
Yeah, I like that.
Photography.
Yeah, we got the. I feel like you're. Look at all the branding, the poptography branding stuff. I feel like that. We're now in April. Oh, Rex.
Oh, it was flipped.
Ah.
Dun, dun.
See now, Patrick, you're gonna have to get your own. You're gonna have to get your own like booth at these cons and sell your images. Just a thought.
You think? I wonder. I'd be curious to see what people thought because I don't know if it would
Yeah.
be something worthwhile.
I like that the May 4th has its own like image.
Okay, now is there a preference in which we should like open?
Thanks
these
for
first?
noticing, Lex. Check out November 17th.
Ooh, Life Day. Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
And I love the Ezra. Ezra.
I really enjoyed this format for the calendar more than
it's cute.
I like.
It's
the bigger
small
one.
too. It's small and
Pocket.
yeah,
It's just a good size and it's fun, you know.
yeah. I
And
like
I get
that.
to look at your images every month.
The idea I was printing these out was I sent them to Funko, haven't heard squat. I'm like, come
Yeah.
on, like you can't even just say
Right,
like
so-
that was really cool.
I'm gonna go tiny to big, I think.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
All right.
We'll go
That's
tiny to
cool.
big.
You can
That'll
do
be
that.
the
Okay.
way I rock,
So
possibly.
now, sorry, did you say a rock?
I said that's how I'm gonna rock. There could
Oh,
be a
that's how you're
rock in
gonna
here. I
rock.
don't know.
I'm not that much of a baller, guys. There's no
Right.
diamonds, no
Big diamond ring.
platinum.
Patrick, you shouldn't have. Well, that's cool.
But I got something cool.
a Rubik's Cube?
Yeah, that's cool. I do like that.
I fear though that
Eric?
if I mess with it, I'll never get it back to the state that it was in.
You
So I
can.
might
That's cool.
just leave it.
I like that.
This is cool, Patrick. I didn't even know you could
Yeah,
do
it's cool.
something like this.
I was looking for things that were just kind of fun, you know, that like I don't know.
I feel like you should totally sell. Oh, and it moves really nicely too.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. I got
That's,
two.
that's the extent I'm gonna
Myself.
have to go on that one.
I thought they were kind of cool. I solved one, but I had to go on and watch a YouTube video. I know you can figure it out because literally I had to go and there's a pattern. Once I hit the pattern, I was like, no way.
Grower, not a shower. That's for sure.
Yeah. No, I do like that. That's cool. Okay. All right. So we're
Ew.
going next. Next biggest is a Hallmark ornament. Okay. That's cool.
Mr. Vader.
Mr. Vader. I like how we wrapped everything the same too.
It was easier to help coordinate things.
That's true, because I did try to like wrap mine differently, and I started getting confused, and I was like, "Shit! I hope I put the right stuff in the right boxes."
Well, it was Santa's Village down here at one point because I had
I know,
all the kids stuff, all your stuff.
To be honest, I was like the same thing packing those two things up. But I was like, crap, did I wrap the right one? Like, is Lex gonna get the Vader? And then
I saw P on my little envelopes, and I did something like that on the boxes when I was putting stuff in them. Like I literally like LC, so I knew which was who got what and put what. And
I did that too. I put like a C on them, a C and a P. This tape is like.
I know Patrick's there complaining about my tape. Like, come on.
Okay.
Well, taping wrapping paper is different. That's just fun to torture you with.
Well, then you'll love mine.
Ah, I like that.
Ooh.
Right? Look, they match.
Yeah.
We're one halfsies.
Right? Okay.
I gotta get a Star Wars tree next Christmas.
You gotta.
I gotta follow in suit.
I have an old tree that I might even put down here. I might have to. I've got so many. Oh, this is the big one. This is the good one.
The good one?
Yeah. This is the one you'll realize is like, oh, that's probably why he was so resistant.
This is why he was so resistant. Patrick's gonna tear up.
It's us. This is
You know how many
perfect. I
times
needed
I
a
wore
hoodie
that
for
sweatshirt
Jan.
and then I had to get on with you guys and had to take it off. I was like, oh damn.
Wow, we're twinsies. This is
Wait,
so cool.
I'm assuming Patrick has one too. Then we can be.
I do.
triplets.
I do.
Well, that's cool.
We'll have to twin next stream then.
We'll have to wear. Like the idea was that we'd wear them when we're on our stream.
Yeah. Well, next time Lex is on with us, because like you're gonna be in Japan, so you're gonna be away for a couple weeks.
I am. So.
But I hope you enjoy them, guys.
That's very nicely done.
Yeah,
No, it looks great.
I mean,
nice.
really, like just because that we're not doing like the podcast anymore doesn't mean like it's forgotten. I mean, I still have the podcast sign up here.
Oh yeah, but had I known, things are gonna, I would have done some new stuff.
I would have slapped the new logo on there.
Damn it!
Well, next Christmas will be right around the corner.
But I'll be honest, I think our new logo is going to have a lot easier time passing than the previous one, going through printers and stuff, because it's not Star Wars, like their brand. So we'll get away with a lot more now.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife calls me Barney when I wear it, but I love it. I said, whatever.
I like purple.
I said, the thing is, it's purple, it's bright, and people all notice it. Like, I was walking somewhere, and some kid at the supermarket was like, dude, I like your sweatshirt. I was like, oh, thanks, man.
Cool.
All right.
I like it. Thank you, Patrick.
You are welcome, guys.
Thank you so much.
All right, let's open this beast.
guy cracks me up.
Yeah. I don't know who this guy is.
I don't know either. But
Why? What'd he say?
he said it matches my nurples. Where can I get one? Yeah, it's cool.
Oh, I feel like I'm opening the Ark of the Covenant. It's a gift from Lex. There's always good stuff. Lots of bubble wrap.
Gotta make sure that the package is safe. You know?
Collectors love you, Lex, because you know if you're getting something shipped from Lex, it's gonna be well packaged.
I try. I really do.
I feel like we should open our adorables as well.
Yeah, see what you guys got. Why not?
It's
If
actually
it's a
my
duplicate, I gotta add it to my pile. So.
Oh no way!
It's a duplicate.
Oh, you got a dupe?
Yeah, that's all right.
Ooh, what'd you get? A little stormtrooper? I like him.
Night Trooper. Do you have this one, Chris?
I do. Yeah.
I am already pumped. Lex, you are awesome sauce. Because I know I don't have this at all. Item Verso, the Chase. Yeah. That is
Nice.
fire. That is one I have wanted. Lex, that's too kick-ass. My wife has a hard time figuring out what I have and don't have. So that's she's like, I don't know.
Actually,
I could look, but I wouldn't know what the hell I'm looking at.
I actually messaged Amy on Facebook like quite a few months ago, and I was like, hey, I'm thinking about getting him these pops. Like, what do you think? And she actually like went down and like looked and was like, no, he has this one, he has this one. Because based off the list that I had like been accumulating all year, I was like, I don't know if he's actually picked some of these up or not. And she was like, no, he has this one, doesn't have that one, has this one. So
oh my god, that's too funny. No, are you serious? She was working with it.
Amy's in on it.
Oh, that's too. I didn't even know. That's too cool. Too cool.
We have a Grogu Darth Maul Thrawn.
Yeah.
I like seeing what I'm trying to figure out which ones line up and don't line up.
Lex is killing it.
So somebody asked a very smart question earlier about ugly ships and what toy line or vinyl producer would be the coolest. Any thoughts?
Smart question. Oh, here. Ugly ships. I don't know. Like, I do like that. Was it the Jazzwares? That those have been
Like
pretty
the
nice
Retro
for
Fighters?
scale. Those are pretty nice. There's the game. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, the ones that come with this. Yeah.
The ships.
Yeah.
You find them at Barnes and Noble. It's like a role play kind of game. Those are really detailed if you're really into like that kind of
The
stuff.
HasLab.
The HasLab. That's
yeah. Look at the
that
ghost
could get
path
costly
Pat
and
just did.
Well, the HasLab is always gonna do some crazy stuff. Like I feel like all the projects have been pretty.
Nice.
Whoa, cool.
Cocoon.
Oh man. Yeah, dude, I'm pumped for that one. That one, and I don't even need to open anything, Lex. Anything more? That's just those two are badass. But wait, there's more. I love boxes from Lex. It's better than like a Culture Fly or Smuggler's Bounty. Get out! Get out! Shut the front door. Oh my god. Hold on. Hold on. This is absolutely badass.
So yours had very similar contents. Like I tried to go one for one. Chris with
Yeah.
yours. So if anything, I'll just have to retry to order everything and send it out.
The thought was there.
Freaking UPS.
Yeah. That is dope. Dope. Loving it. Loving it. Oh my god.
They were all ones that you've
photograph.
mentioned at some point. So glad.
I
me
am
and your
so,
wife-
and you know what? I came so close to picking that up. So close. I'm glad I didn't. Oh man, that's awesome. I need to, and there's more. There's still.
Hey, Justin.
Hello.
Thanks for hopping in the chat.
All right, I got 2 more in the card. I feel spoiled, Lex. Thank you. That's awesome sauce. Awesome sauce. Nice. Luke Skywalker. Blue box. Blue box. That's cool. I think I only had him as a black box, Lex. And I've been kind of going back to try to get blue boxes. This is
I know you
cool.
mentioned you were like at some point, like maybe I'll do the blue boxes, but I
I've
thought
started
you like
to do that, and I literally just finished one of the waves on a box. Finally, like I
Oh
got
wow!
the
Nice.
proto. It was like prototype Boba Fett. I think Bib Fortuna,
Yeah.
glowing Yoda, and what was the one? Oh, and the C-3PO from the con that was chrome. I just got
Okay.
and finished out that wave on the back of that box. So
Nice.
this is awesome. Awesome. Nice minty box. Dude. Lex, you're too awesome. I have awesome co-hosts, man.
Gotta spread the love.
Card first or
You can open the card later.
I'll do card. Nice. Dashing through the galaxy. Beautiful little girl. Really nice. Some sticker swag. Very cool.
Always gotta throw those in whenever I can. I tried to send out like Christmas cards this year. I was trying to be festive, so I just put yours in your boxes.
Very well. Thank you. That was really nice. I was doing Christmas cards back in its day, and I kind of fell off the map with that. Like my wife's like, I know because my sister-in-law does it, and I don't think my sister hasn't done it in a while. We were doing it for a while, and we just kind of like, I'm not keeping up with the Joneses and doing a new picture, trying to get a picture of the whole family every year. One that everyone agrees on, even tougher.
Yeah.
When they're young, it's easy because you just pick it and it goes out, right? As they get older, I don't like that one. Don't use that one. Don't post
Justin
that.
said I read 90% of the books except for 5 in Aftermath and from D Sidious on.
Oh,
Nice. So I guess Justin's a bit of a fan then.
That's a lot of books. There's a lot of books.
It's a lot of books. That's a lot of books.
Luke Skywalker soda. Bespin one. Boba Fett soda. In the mall. Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Dude, you guys made that wait so worth it. That was so cool. That was
Some awesome gifts.
I really
I think
appreciate
this
it.
is like one of my
Takes
favorites.
a year exactly.
I'm glad, guys. I tried to do something creative and fun and try to use some of my images on
It was very creative.
and I really was hoping that we were still at the time that we would be able to wear it while we're still doing the podcast. At least have one show where we had our own swag on. Because I always dig how K-Dog and Fish have like tons of cool swag with their logos and stuff on their hoodies and stuff. So I was hoping one day, but we can still wear them, anyway.
I mean,
we'll twinsy one day with them all on.
Will always be
I
the
mean,
pop.
you do have your own swag that you wear on your own channel. You're representing your own stuff, your own brand. You're representing your brand and selling your brand with these Rubik's cubes.
If I ever did something like
calendars.
that, I don't know if people be into that over a print, or is that just like more of a novelty kind of thing?
Bring both of them.
Someone as a gift.
I mean, as an art collector, I like the prints.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd be curious. I'd like to. I might have to do some kind of poll or something just to see. Like, would it be worth me doing prints and going to a show and selling? Because I was thinking about that once.
I think so. I think you could.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah,
at
for sure.
least get your name out there.
Yeah, I think you could do that. Why not?
I might have to try it.
Try it out. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But
Yeah, like don't
think you would
go starting at like Fan Expo cons, because like those are going to cost you like $500 for a table, right? But
No, but you know what?
Yeah.
If
some of the
any,
smaller,
because I
Like
haven't
the
been able to make the ICCC for the last two. I want to definitely go next year. And when we kind of figure out where the dates are lying for everything, I think it makes things better. Because one thing that made it harder, I think it was last year, it was like right before Rhode Island Comic Con, and I was interviewing for a different job at the time. Yeah,
right?
No one from work's listening. But anyway, so I was interviewing, so I couldn't swing the con at the time. That really sucked. This year, literally, it was literally 2 weeks time going from that and then going right up to Canada. And I was like, I got too much going on with that happening. So, and budget wise, it kills you when you have too close together like that. Because for me, it's, split the room, rental, flight, and then tickets, right? Still tickets, any of the extra stuff like auto, stuff like that, and any swag that I pick up. So we'll see.
Yeah,
I'm
it definitely adds
excited.
up.
To me, it's more the adventure of finally meeting Christopher face to face, hanging out, chilling. Because I figure we'll probably shoot some content. We'll go see some stuff. Definitely want to see K Dog and Fish and do a segment with them, like record something with them, like because we always get Fish, but we never get K Dog. So if we can get him, that'd be kick ass. And I don't know if I have to, put him in a headlock and give him some prom noogies, but I want to get Top Pops to record with us. I'm gonna put him on the spot. That's what we're doing, Chris. We're putting Top Pops on the spot. We're getting alive with them.
We'll try. We'll try.
He's gonna know who we are.
Casey said local geek markets to start.
Yeah, they have like the smaller toy shows.
Yeah. Do some of those. You can try.
Yeah, I think the one thing I want to do, the next con is something that I was thinking about, thinking of this, is just even to see how you set up a booth. Okay, so you got a table. What do you have on your table? Do you have a tablecloth? Do you have something screen printed, your logo and stuff? Do you have QR codes readily available? Because when I see our videos that we do, that's one thing that I try to do. And I know Chris and you're great at it too, Lex. Both of you guys are. When you go to an artist, say you go to their booth, you try to get a little piece of them. You represent their booth, their artwork, and then their QR code or contact. You guys are really good about that. So I'm just from watching your videos, seeing what people have, and again, I went to my first con last year, so not knowing what to expect for unless what I've seen, and ideas that were coming through my head were thinking about if I did like a table, and then I did like those black kind of metal kind of graded things you can make cubes out of and stuff. You build something like that, you have a wall, and if I do the mix tiles with the magnets, I could just boop, 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 they just magnetically stick, and that's all I got to set. It would be fairly easy to set up, and I could just pop the prints off as they go.
Yeah.
when you see just the barren wire rack, I'm out. That's all I got. I don't know.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. And I think for me, I'd have to do more of a, like I said, a poll, because I also want to figure out what I'm printing. What are the images that speak to most people? Obviously I'm not going to do 20 Dengar prints, because
No.
Dengar, but maybe 1 or 2 Cad Bane, a couple of Ahsoka,
Yeah.
I mean, I think the popular characters you can always bank on, but it seems like a lot of artists too will have like a book out front that has all the prints in it, and then like instead of pulling it from that book, they have extra copies, so they can just leave that one out there for you to flip
Yeah.
through.
That's what
I
I
think
find.
that would
That's
also
what I
depend
find.
on like, because then you would have to have additional prints elsewhere. But I think it's something that you're just gonna have to feel out like as you go.
Yeah. And I think seeing more and more how they display what works. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but I think eventually it wouldn't be a bad idea to do.
Yeah, and then I think if I do something right, like, because for me, I think I really want to. My goal would be to eventually do some collabs with Funko as a way to do. And again, I don't care about all the other Funko. There are plenty other influencers and stuff just for that. But I just want to do the Star Wars. I just, want to concentrate in my niche, my fave, because I think that's my forte. I know it in and out.
Yeah.
So to do a story or an image of a character or a portrait like I do is very easy for me because I can depict a great idea. Like that's the scene or that's what this character is known for. I feel like a Filoni, I know it. I know the material, so it's good for me to see in that world. That's what I'd like to do. But I've never really, I've entertained the idea, but I, haven't really thought like, would it be fun? Would it be something cool? We might try
Thanks for hopping in the chat, Stacy.
Thank you, Stacy. But yeah, I don't know.
Poster.
You guys see more artists and have gone to more cons and stuff than I have. So, I mean, is there, you think, a niche or a market for that? When of all the artists you see, do you see toy photographers out there, or is it more like graphic artists?
I think it really depends.
I mean, like
on the con.
You see a lot. Like I think that for the majority, they're like graphic artists and like digital artists. Like they do all their drawings on like digitally now.
Yeah,
like they'll be like the ones that like Paul LaRue here that's local to me. Like he does sketches, but then he'll take that and do it.
Bring it in
on the computer after.
Bring it into Photoshop or Illustrator. Yeah,
but like 100%. I don't actually recall if I've seen any like photography like prints myself.
Yeah,
that could be something different. It's something
niche.
And like I said, like I'm seeing the 3D printed artwork now. Like I'm seeing, like I think Lexi saw one at one of your conventions there, didn't you? At the Collecticon or something, or
the 3D prints are definitely becoming.
They're pretty cool.
More
they
forward.
Are cool, like because it's like that does take the time and figuring out a design that works well with different colors and stuff,
and just the layering that you have to do with it,
the layering,
and changing out the filaments. It's definitely not so easy to do, so it's very impressive what they can do. But I think the art, when they have like the artist alley, because I feel like most conventions have like a designated artist alley, or if not, like there's generally just like an area where most of them are. But everyone, I feel like does. I would say that I don't think I've seen much toy photography. I think a lot of it is kind of like graphic art, but I think that would make you stand out comparatively to everyone else. Like, even though I don't see much of it, it doesn't mean that you wouldn't be successful like in it. But
and I kind of make the art. It's weird because it's got its own style, and I think that's something I tried to do early on. Is kind of do like these individual character portraits, but they're kind of like pop art, right? Because it's not like it's not like a lot of other cool toy photography that I like, where you get the action poses and the shots. Because pops don't really have anything you can do with that, so it makes it more like a pop icon.
They're more static.
Yeah, I know. It's different. It's different. It's definitely got its own.
I think it stands out. Like there's one artist that I saw in Vancouver, and she does magazine clippings and makes artwork like from different magazine clippings, and
I think that's the one I asked you to send me the thing for.
That one too, but like there was a different girl that was actually like the background's all white, and she puts like different floral clippings from magazines and stuff, and then puts like different pop culture characters in these images, and it looks pretty cool. Like it's different. It's different than like, you know, the drawings and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So
I saw someone doing a really badass. I've seen him do 2 Star Wars ones. They're like paper silhouettes that he cuts layer after layer after layer. Then he backlights it in the frame. Oh, like next time my wife goes, "Hey, what do you want?" Like Father's Day, I want that. That's what I want. It looks dope.
Yeah,
dope.
But
I know the only other thing she was asking, you know, it's always hard to get you something. You know, what do you want? So I was thinking of like, you know, if you want to spend $100, there's a couple of guys I've seen that have done some cool custom Funkos. Like I would love to get my hands on a Keller and Beck. Love to get one of those. That would be cool. And someone did do Mother Talzin. And I think because I saw it like physically, like they printed it, it looked awesome. That's why I know, and I know what Funko could do with all that clear acrylic. They could do the green and make it clear and make it really kick ass. So when I see someone else that's got that vision and talent and what they can do, it definitely, I'm like, because one is when we see like J Riz and Popeyes and those guys do the concepts, right? It's one thing to do a concept 2D art, looks great, or 3-dimensional art there, but like to actually physically have something printed out, like that's crazy. Like I love the fact that you get to do those 3D prints, Lex, whether you're doing, you know, the signs for your different little parts of your collection, you know, you did the Popcast, the Rebels, the murals and stuff. So cool. What is that?
It's my mini kit that I put like my remotes in.
Nice. That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Pretty dope.
Free to printed.
Just you could try it at some smaller conventions though. I think you'd stand out.
Yeah,
I might have to.
I would say do the smaller toy shows. See if you're like, obviously, if there's more cons than pros to it, and you're losing a lot of money doing it, then maybe not. But I mean, I feel like as long as you break even, like if anything, you could get your channel out there, like talk to other artists and stuff like that. Like definitely make a name for yourself, and then maybe more business and customers will come through that as well.
You guys are the best fans, best friends, and best fans, man. Definitely big encouragers. Because honestly, I think I do it just for me, and I enjoy it, and I like sharing them. I don't think of it like, oh, there's a market for the artwork, and I don't think of it like that.
There's definitely a market. There's definitely a market, and you'll stand out because like, it's photography of toys, right? Like like I said, I don't usually see photographer prints at like an artist alley. It's usually artists like drawing, hand drawn for the most part, or like I said, like there's a couple that will use different techniques to make their art. Like there was one guy who made it out of like candy wrappers and stuff, like to make portraits out of. Yeah, so like I think yours will stand out like that. Like it's different, right? So but
I'd love to do something
maybe
like that.
I think that will probably wrap things up for this episode. Thanks everyone for watching this first episode. Let us know what you thought of the new format, because it kind of gives us the freedom to talk about whatever we want on here. Which I know, as you saw, we can talk about. We can go on talking about stuff forever. Like we probably could have went on another hour and talking about other Star Wars stuff, right? So, but yeah, join us next week for another episode of Let's Talk Star Wars. Lex, you're going to be in Japan. So
Well, babe.
I don't know. I don't know. You'll be sleeping at this point, probably. I don't know what the
They
time
are
change is.
12 or so hours ahead, so
Oh, okay.
I don't know
You
exactly.
could be
what
like just
I'll
starting
do.
your day. You might be
Yeah.
starting your day.
Should
Yeah.
be
Yeah,
standing in
maybe-
the line.
Might be getting
Or
ready
li-
for a
or
tour or
line.
something, but I think 2
Yeah.
weeks out, I'll be back in the States.
Yeah,
and ready to
for
go again.
Andor, yeah. Andor
Yeah.
season 2 on the 22nd, because that's a Tuesday. So I think you're going to be back for that, I believe you said, yeah?
I will.
You probably would already watch the first couple episodes.
Maybe. I know.
I'm not going
hopefully.
to the that panel, so I don't know.
Oh, no? Oh, he's saving it. Okay.
I chose the Ahsoka panel.
That's a tough one to have to. Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna get
But,
released a week later, the episode, so I figured I might as well get the inside scoop on Ahsoka.
On Ahsoka, that's not released until
Yeah.
after even Mando Grogu,
Oh.
right?
Well, hopefully you have a safe trip. Hopefully you enjoy Star Wars Celebration. Hopefully you enjoy Japan. We will see you in a couple
have
weeks.
a great trip. You're
Yeah.
gonna have a great time. You're gonna be
But-
in your church of people, Star Wars fans. Like, you're at Mecca. You're at Mecca for Star
Yeah,
Wars fans.
really.
So, like, I am so jealous. I want to be there with you, but I know you're gonna have a great time. Soak it all in. Record everything.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna want to replay it, remember it. From just running into Tony and those guys, because you know you're gonna see all the gang there.
Yep.
Film that. I want to see it. I want to see everybody running each other over there. I know there's gonna be great moments you're gonna witness, from stage announcements to cast. So soak it all in, every moment, live it, love it, man. You're gonna have a great goddamn time. Get some cool swag. I might have to Venmo you some cash if there's something cool, because I think I want one of those t-shirts. They're badass.
Yeah, let me know.
Yeah. But enjoy your trip. Patrick and I will hold down the fort without you until you're back to chat, Andor.
Absolutely.
But yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see everyone in the next episode.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Force is what gives the Jedi his power.
The ability to speak does not make you intelligent.
This is where the fun begins.
This is the way.
This is the way.